news, new threats tonight from Kim Jong-un, slamming President Trump's remarks at the UN and destroying North Korea. Kim saying he may respond with what he calls the highest level of hardline countermeasure in history. Top 8 saying that may mean Kim's considering the strongest H-bomb test yet in the Pacific Ocean.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has lashed out at Donald Trump, calling him deranged and warning he will pay dearly for his threats. The arrest statement was issued hours after the US president ordered new sanctions against the rogue nation.
We're now getting more reaction to President Trump's UN remarks. Obviously, we know that Kim Jong-un has been talking of a response. Now, the North Korean foreign minister saying that they may test a hydrogen bomb in the Pacific Ocean. What reaction are you getting? How is this going over where you are?
Well, Aisha, I think the one thing that most people are focusing on at the moment is the fact that this was a very direct message from the North Korean leader, Kim Jong-un, to the US President Donald Trump. It was a direct message. It was almost leader to leader. The fact you had that image from North Korean state-run media of him looking into the camera, that would suggest that there may be some footage that we could expect a little later on, and a first-person narrative. This is, as far as I can remember, and experts that I've spoken to, the first time we've heard Kim Jong-un speaking in the first person, or at least being quoted this way. So it is a very interesting development that there now seems to be this direct message from the North Korean leader, and he called the US president mentally deranged. He said there could be the highest level of hardline countermeasure in history. But he also had a far more calm message for the US president, saying, "I'd like to advise Trump to exercise prudence in selecting words and to be considerate of whom he speaks to when making a speech in front of the world." Now, this is unusually calm, unusually almost sensible from the North Korean leader, but responding to that threat to totally destroy North Korea from the US president if he or his allies were under threat. So really a very interesting development at this point.
There is also breaking news tonight involving North Korea. President Trump with tough new sanctions against North Korea and with the promise of help from China. What would be a major victory for this White House. And just in this evening, North Korea's fiery new response. ABC's chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl.
After threatening to annihilate the entire nation of North Korea, President Trump today put aside war talk in favor of diplomacy, announcing a new round of economic sanctions.
Our new executive order will cut off sources of revenue that fund North Korea's efforts to develop the deadliest weapons known to humankind.
Trump also announced that China is now taking new steps to isolate Kim Jong-un.
China, their central bank, has told their other banks, that's a massive banking system, to immediately stop doing business with North Korea.
It's a striking difference in tone from earlier this week.
The United States has great strength and patience, but if it is forced to defend itself or its allies, we will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea.
Today, I asked UN Ambassador Nikki Haley about that.
What exactly did he mean? Under what circumstances would he consider totally destroying North Korea?
Well, I think that's just common sense. If, for any reason, North Korea attacks the United States or our allies, the U.S. will respond, period.
John Karl with the question for Nikki Haley today. And John, we have a response tonight from North Korea. Kim Jong-un responding?
We do. He called the president mentally deranged and said that he will make him pay dearly. Those were his words for his speech at the UN. And I've got to tell you, there's a real effort by the administration to turn the temperature down here. Nikki Haley made it clear there's a lot more still to be done, diplomat.
This is very very serious stuff.
It is very serious, and it's disturbing that President Trump would take this path, because historically what American presidents have done has actually been to try to tamp down these kind of these flames. So when China, for example, was going nuclear, the United States did not respond provocatively. They watched, they waited. The idea was, let's see what happens. It's one bomb, it's one test. The Trump administration seems to be of two minds, but the president every now and then almost seems like he just gets enraged or irritated, and he unleashes this kind of stuff. Now, of course, it's going to produce a result on the other side, because that's their style.